Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Atika, and I will be facilitating today's debate. Today's debate will discuss the motion is technology improves healthcare by making treatment easier. Before we begin, let me introduce our debaters. On my left, the affirmative team or the proposition will support the motion. They are first speaker is Ravi, second speaker Darren, and the third speaker is Rian. On my right, the negative team or the opposition who will oppose the motion. They are first speaker Yusuf, the second speaker Sheila, and the third speaker Zalfa. Now, we will start with the first speaker of the proposition. Please begin. Your 3 minutes start now.
Good morning, Miss Indri, opponents, and everyone here. We from the affirmative team support the statement that technology improves healthcare by making treatment easier. We believe that technology has brought about major and positive changes in the medical world. From advanced tools and electronic medical record systems to telemedicine, which allows to people to get healthcare anytime, anywhere. In other words, technology makes healthcare faster, more efficient, and more accessible to everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, in my opinion, technology can improve the efficiency and security of healthcare services through medical digitization system. If we look back at the past before the development of technology, hospitals still use manual systems, document build-up, files were often lost, and patient information could be mixed up. But now, all medical records are stored in the form of electronic health records, also known as ASR, that can be accessed quickly and securely by authorized medical personnel. These systems also store previous information, making it easier for doctors to find out about a patient's allergies, previous illness, and medications they are currently taking, thereby reducing the possibility of error in treatments. In addition, technology also enables collaboration between doctors in different locations. For example, a general practitioner in the rural area can send patient data to a specialist in a big city to get a second opinion without having to transfer the patents. In this not only efficient but also save costs and time. A study from the Journal of American Medical Information Association found that the use of AHR system in hospital reduced medical errors by up to 55% and increased administrative efficiency by 41%. It can be said that digital technology in the medical world not only speeds up services but also protects patients from the risk errors that can be felt. Furthermore, digital systems such as AHR also play an important role in improving coordination between departments and hospitals. For example, the laboratory, pharmacy, and treatment rooms that can be connected with the same systems so that the patient information can be updated automatically and in real time. When doctors receive prescriptions, the pharmacy immediately, and that's all.
Thank you, first speaker of the proposition. Now, I invite the first speaker of the opposition to present their arguments. Please begin. Your 3 minutes start now.
Good morning, Ms. Indri, opponent, and everyone. We, the negative team, firmly reject the statement. Technology improves healthcare by making treatment easier. We believe that technology will actually cause various new problems in the medical world, such as inequality of access, a decrease in empathy between doctor and patient, and the risk of patient data leaks. Therefore, we believe that technology is not yet capable of making healthcare easier and safer for everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, in my opinion, technology can actually widen the gap in health service. Why do I say that? Because not everyone access to digital service, the internet, or even modern health facilities. Indeed, in big cities, People can easily consult a doctor through through telemedicine. But what about in remote village, where many people don't even have stable internet connection? This shows that technology is not even yet evenly distributed, so it's not truly accessible to all levels of society. For example, many health centers in rural, rural area do not yet have internet network or computer to support digital health system. In fact, without this basic facilities, technology cannot function optimally. The fact I have underlined are also supported by research from the Journal of Medical Internet Research 2025, which studies more than 10,000 health centers in Indonesia and found that 7.18% which studied more than internet access at all. While more than 21% only had internet connection, we can see real example in Papua and Nusa Tenggara, where many community health centers still struggle to implement telemedicine program due to a lack of infrastructure. In some areas, doctors have to travel for hours or even days to research patient because the online consultation system does not work properly. Meanwhile, in cities such as Jakarta or Surabaya, people can consult online in less than 5 minutes. Isn't that clear of inequality? So, while technology brings innovation, it also creates new from inequality. Thus, living in cities enjoy fast and convenient, while those remote areas are left even further behind. Therefore, before we claim that technology improves healthcare for everyone, we must recognize and that long access remain unequal. Technology will only widen the gap. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, first speaker of the opposition. Now we will continue with the second speaker from both teams. I invite the second speaker of the proposition to present their arguments. Please begin. Your 3 minutes start now.
Ladies and gentlemen, I agree with the statement that technology improves healthcare by making treatment easier. A great example of this is how technology has revolutionized the medical work in ways that make me feel unimaginable. Technology has made diagnosis and treatment much faster and more accurate. In the past, doctors had to wait a long time to analyze results manually. This was one of the causes of delay determining the success in treatments. However, now with basic tools such as MRI, CT scans, and digital X-rays connected to artificial intelligence AI, doctors can see the patient's condition in more detail in a short time. For example, AI can scan MRI results in seconds and highlight suspicious areas of the body such as tumors or bleeding. This makes diagnosis faster and reduces the risk of error, allowing patients to receive appropriate treatment promptly. There is also data to support this. According to research published in the Radiology Journal 2023, the use of AI in medical imaging can increase diagnostic accuracy by up to 94% in detecting other abnormalities and chronic diseases. Thus, technology not only speeds up the treatment focus, but also increases patients' chances of survival through early detection and targeted treatment. In addition to artificial intelligence, technology has also brought about major changes through the use of robots in the medical world. There are now surgical robots such as the Da Vinci surgical system that can help doctors perform operations with a very high degree of precision. These robots are equipped with 3D cameras and special arms that are controlled directly by doctors, resulting in much more precise outcomes than conventional operations. This technology also makes the surgical practice much safer and more efficient. For example, in surgeries that typically require large incisions, with the help of surgical robots, doctors only need to make small incisions. As a result, patients lose less blood, have a lower risk of infection, and recover much faster. In fact, patients can be discharged from the hospital in a matter of days rather than face extreme professional surgery. Research from the Journal of the American Medical Association JNA 2024 also confirmed this. Thank you. Also confirmed this. In this study, the use of surgical robots can reduce post-operative complications by up to 40% and allow patients to recover 2 to 3 days faster than with traditional surgical methods. So you can see that modern technology like this not only help doctors make diagnosis but also really simplifies the treatment focus, make it safer, faster, and more comfortable for patients. Thank you.
Thank you, second speaker of the proposition. Next, I invite the second speaker of the opposition to present their arguments. Please debate. Your 3 minutes start now.
Ladies and gentlemen, in my opinion, dependence on technology can reduce the role of humans and the value of empathy in the medical world. Healthcare is not just about medicine or equipment, but also about the interaction between doctor and patients. Currently, many patients prefer to consult through medical application rather than meeting doctor in person. As a result, personal relationships full of empathy and attention are decreasing. In fact, feeling cared for and listened to also plays a very important role in the healing process. Technology can indeed help analyze health data, but it cannot replace the human touch, such as the way doctors calm patients or understand their emotion when explaining their complaint. First, data also support the statement I have outlined. According to research in Frontiers in Public Health 2024, more than 68% of patients feel that digital-based medical services are less warm and impersonal, and 52% of them consider face-to-face communication with doctor to be more reassuring. This proves that even though technology brings confidence, human relationships in the medical world cannot be replaced. In addition, over-reliance on technology can also make doctor and medical personnel less sensitive and lose their critical thinking skill. Currently, many medical decisions are made based solely on the results of digital device or computer systems without further consideration by medical personnel. However, technology can misread data, and if doctors do not have their own sensitivity and analytical skills, patients can be harmed. According to a report by the Lancet Digital Health 2023, nearly half of young medical personnel admit to being overly dependent on digital systems and find it difficult to make decisions without the aid of tools. This is dangerous because in the medical world, human experience and intuition are very important for understanding things that machines cannot read, such as facial expressions, pain, or patient concerns. Therefore, if everything is left to technology, doctors will lose their human instinct, which is actually the main strength in the forward. Without the human role, healthcare service will lose their meaning and role. Thank you.
Thank you, second speaker on the opposition. Now, we will proceed to the rebuttal session. This is where both teams will directly challenge and refute the arguments that have been presented so far.
First one. If technology really wipes the gap, then how do you explain the fact that telemedicine has allowed global patients to consult specialists without traveling long distances? Something that was really impossible before digital health and even exists.
We're not rejecting technology and sector. We understand that it can speed up diagnosis, simplify medical records, and make remote consultation possible. But what we're questioning is the overdependence on technology. In reality, not every hospital has the equipment or infrastructure needed. Many others still struggle with internet, limited digital tools, or a lack of medical staff trained to use the system properly. If the system crashes, the power goes out, or data gets lost due to a cyber attack. Healthcare, the school times suddenly stop. Patients really heavily on the technologies called sped, a big payment instead of help. Also, while technology is useful, it cannot replace human judgment, empathy, or direct interaction out of will are crucial for understanding our patient's condition fully. So, it's not that we oppose technology, we simply believe that technology should be the only solution. There must be prepared personnel before technology can truly improve healthcare instead of letting no problems.
Alright, proposition 10. If healthcare technology is truly as efficient, accurate, and accessible as you claim, how do you address the risk of system failures, technical error, or unique call against the digital infrastructure that could actually worsen healthcare outcomes for certain details?
on healthcare, technology actually reduces these issues through big up, security layers, automated checks, and real-time audits. Second, technical errors are usual to detect and trace. Then human errors because digital system has logs, flag unknown dates, and ensure the system data human. Third, digital engineering is an infrastructure issue, not a reason to stop efficient. Technology enables transmission, cloud reset system, and scalable solution that help remote region keep up. In short, risks are real but difficult, and technology alternative makes healthcare safer, more reliable, and more accessible, generally unconventional methods alone. Thank you.
Now we will proceed to hear the closing arguments from the third speaker of both teams. I invite the third speaker of the proposition to deliver their final arguments and summary. Please begin. Your 2 minutes start now.
Good morning, Ms. Indri. Good morning, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, based on the explanation delivered by the previous speakers, we can clearly see that technology has become an essential pillar in improving healthcare service. But speakers have shown how digital systems and advanced medical tools not only enhance efficiency but also significantly improve patient safety across the state. Our speaker one explained the use of electronic health records (EHR) has transformed the way hospitals manage patient information from traditional medical errors to strengthening coordination between medical development technology ensure that every piece of patient data can be accessed quickly, accurately, and securely. This efficiency has been proven to increase patient satisfaction and minimize fatal risks that can occur to incorrect information. Speaker 2 strengthened this by highlighting how technology tools such as MRI, CT scans, AI powered diagnostic system, and surgical robots have revolutionized treatment. Diagnosis becomes faster, operation becomes slower, and medical recovery in a shorter time. These advances show that technology is no longer merely a supporting tool, but a life-saving instrument that increases accuracy and reduces human error. To conclude, technology in healthcare is not just an innovation, it is a necessity. It improves accuracy in diagnosis, medicine, patient service, enhance collaboration among medical professionals, and accelerate the healing process with the continual development of digital systems and medical tools. We can be confident that the future of healthcare will be even more efficient, secure, and human. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, third speaker of the proposition. Now I invite the third speaker of the opposition to deliver their final arguments and summary. Please begin. Your 3 minutes start now.
Ladies and gentlemen, based on the argument present by the previous I want to firmly state that technology is not the best solution for healthcare and, in fact, creates more problems than benefits. This evidence clearly shows that technology in medical service causes more harm, but in terms of accessibility and the loss of human values. As one speaker one explained, technology on benefits those living in the big cities. There really is that many remote regions in Indonesia lack stable internet, electricity, or basic digital infrastructure. How can we claim that technology improves healthcare when a large portion of the population cannot even access it? Instead of solving problems, technology widens the gap between urban and rural communities. City residents enjoy fast digital service, while people in isolated are fall even further behind. This is a clear and unshakable form of inequality. Contrast speaker 2. Future speaker here this point by showing that dependence on technology erodes empathy and humanity in medical practice. The doctor-patient relationship become cold and impersonal. Yet empathy, warmth, and human connection are essential parts of the healing process. Technology cannot understand emotion, fear, or uncertainty. Words exercise reliance on device cause medical personnel to lose intuition and critical thinking skill abilities that machines can never replace. Therefore, I firmly accept technology is not the answer, the improving healthcare quality. It causes inequality, removes human harms, and makes medical personnel overly dependent on tools that are not always accurate. If we continue to force technology into healthcare without addressing its consequences, the quality of healthcare will not improve in these lines. In conclusion, we must reject the idea that technology always improves healthcare. What we must that is equal healthcare access, better trained medical personnel, and stronger human connection between doctors and patients, not more technological tools that not everyone can use or benefit from. Thank you.
Thank you, third speaker of the opposition. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of today's debate. Let us give a final round of applause to all participants. I'm Anika, and it has been my pleasure to moderate this debate. Good evening, and thank you for your